Hello there, fellow Earthlings, and anyone else who might want to join us right now. What a whirlwind we've all been under. For those of us in this country, it's only about a week old. Maybe a few weeks in some of the hotter spots. Some of you folks from around the world have been dealing with this for a while, but it's still a month. All of a sudden, our world's been turned upside down. And while I'm reminded of the Dickens quote, it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. People are scared, people are suffering. We're all part of that. And while, does in some ways we hear, oh, if you're scared, it's going to mess with your immunity, which makes people scared. So my intent today is to talk a little bit about what I see going on and then take you on a meditation, because even the bravest of us, the most courageous, the most evolved, are likely to have pockets of fear as we enter this uncharted territory. The best of times, big changes afoot. We all know how desperately our planet needs to change. We need to stop wars. We need to stop being separate. We need to stop this us-them mentality and realize we're all in this together. We're all part of each other, and your well-being depends on my well-being, and my well-being depends on your well-being. There's a saying from, I guess, the 70s, we can't be free until everyone is free. Now, we know that freedom is an inner experience, even more than an outer experience. But as people are suffering on the planet, it's time for those of us who have been conscious, who have been envisioning a new, beautiful earth, that where we can live in harmony, where everything can thrive, the children, the adults, the animals, people from everywhere, whether they're earthlings or not, can be here harmoniously, lovingly, and thrive. This is the beginning. Well, this is the dramatic beginning. I think it's begun for a long time, but suddenly we're in this dramatic change where all systems can fall. All the systems we've learned to count on. Grocery shelves are empty. I've never seen that. I'm almost 74. Vitamin C, that's hard to come by. If you're lucky, you can come by it. These are new times. The economy is falling. People have to stay home from their jobs, which is a good thing, but they don't know yet what's going to happen financially. So there's all of this unknown in the air, all of this uncharted territory. And we're being asked not to deny fears that arise around this, but to learn a new dance with fears. And so my offering today is a meditation about dancing with your fear, giving you a new sense, perhaps new dance steps or additional dance steps where you can really calm those fears and activate the creativity, the love, and the courage that we're all needing to put forth right now. And so if you would, go ahead and find a journal or a paper and pen. You might want to write this down and get in a very comfortable spot. And I'll just give you a minute to do that. And you might really want to lie down or at least be in a very comfortable chair. And I'd like you now just to begin to focus on your breath. Closing your eyes, becoming deeply aware as you exhale and as you inhale. Letting all your focus be on your breath. And as you exhale, release any tension, release any concerns, any distractions, any fears. Just let that for the moment all come out with the breath. Make some noise as you exhale. Sigh. Scream. Let the breath out. Whoosh. And on the inhale, I want you to feel yourself drawing in tiny golden spirals of light. And this light is filled with love. It's filled with consciousness. And just as you draw those tiny golden spirals of light in you, feel them begin to disperse to every cell in your body. So again, keeping your focus on your breath, pulling in those tiny golden spirals, pushing out any concerns, any fears, any tension, and allowing your breath to take you into a deeper and deeper and deeper state of relaxation. Now I'd like you to imagine yourself in a pristine spot in nature, sitting by a sparkling, clear creek. Perhaps you're in a grove of tall, stately trees, under a clear blue sky, feeling the sun warming your hair, warming your skin. It's a beautiful spring day. The air is just the right temperature. And I'd like you to find a large tree to sit down next to lean your back against. Again, focusing on the breath, beginning to feel the texture of the tree, to feel the tree's energy. Notice any fragrances that are carried to you on the gentle breeze. Listening to the sounds of the water as it flows by. Listening to the birds chirping and singing and calling to each other. It's springtime, they're calling all day long. Breathe deeply and begin to feel yourself fully and completely in this beautiful, safe space in nature. Now I encourage you to bring your awareness fully into your body. Notice and feel your heart as it beats. Notice the inside of your body, the sound as you take a breath in. Notice if you can feel the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingertips. Notice where your skin ends and where it makes contact with the outside world. And know that right now, right this moment, you're totally safe and totally safe to feel all of your feelings. I'm going to ask you in a moment to allow your fear to rise up into your conscious awareness. We are on uncharted territory. Rapid change, new territory, brings up fear on the human journey. For some of you, it might be easy to connect with that fear. For others, it may be more challenging. You may have fear about your health. You may have fear about your well-being, if you'll have enough supplies. You may have fear about your finances, your loved ones, or generalized fear about the planet. How are people going to make it through this? So be aware any and all of your fears are okay. They're not going to stop our evolution. Learning to honor and feel and recognize our feelings is a very important part of what we're beginning to step into, of this new world that we're birthing. They are all part of the human journey, and we're on this journey together. So let them gently arise so that you can feel them. Let that fear come up and just notice where it is or where they are in your body. And now imagine that you can surround those fears in order to contain them. Imagine putting them in a container of light, surrounding them perhaps with golden light or any color that seems soothing to you. And if this is difficult for you to do, ask for help. Ask your higher self, ask angels, ask guides, ask all your spiritual helpers to come forth and help you with this. So see those fears more and more contained. And on the next exhale, I want you to imagine you can just push those fears for now outside your body and allow them to sit in front of you. If they're having difficulty leaving your body or want to get back in, that's okay. Again, call on your higher self, call on your angels, call on your spiritual helpers. They're all there for you. Next, I'd like you to focus on your heart. Just be aware that you can draw love in through your heart and that you can, on your exhale, create more space to draw more love in. We're surrounded by divine love, and we can draw it in times of need, in times of joy. So again, keep your focus on your heart, becoming aware of drawing in that love with your breath, releasing your breath to allow for more space, and then drawing in more love. And think about all that you love, all the people you love, all the animals you love, all the things you love to do, all the beauty and nature that you love, in art, in food, in music. And just feel that expanded love in your heart and feel how it soothes you. And as your heart becomes more and more expanded, just send those little fear containers in front of you. Love, just pour love on them. Now I'd like you to imagine that you can go to your base chakra, that chakra right at the bottom of your spine, and begin to allow your grounding cord to get bigger and bigger. Drop that grounding cord with her permission through the crust of Mother Earth. Allow it to get deeper and deeper and deeper through all the rocks and the crevices, and deeper through the middle of the planet, through the middle of the mother, until you go deeper and deeper and deeper with that cord and you connect to the very heart of Mother Earth. Some believe there's a golden triangle pyramid there in the middle of that iron crystal core. But what we know is there's a heartbeat. Just begin to allow the heartbeat of Mother Earth to match your own. Begin to allow your own heartbeat to match up with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And just breathe into it. Feel how she's there to nurture you. Feel her solidity. Remember to thank and appreciate her. And slowly, I want you to draw that energy from the center of the earth up, up, up to your base chakra, bringing it gently through you until it lands in your heart. Next, after you sit with this for a moment and see if you can just luxuriate in this feeling. This is always available to us. We need to remember to tune in. Now I'd like you to focus for a moment on your crown chakra, on that seventh chakra at the top of your head. And begin to allow your consciousness to raise. Allow it to go higher and higher and higher until you connect with galactic center, the ninth dimension of our consciousness. And just allow yourself to feel the love and the wisdom that resides there. Let your consciousness sit there for a moment and luxuriate in that. And as you bring that again back down into your heart, slowly and gently, to meet with that earth energy, be aware of the sensation in every cell of your body. Notice that it's getting lighter and lighter. Notice your heart feeling lighter. As you're doing this, you're activating your fifth dimensional frequency. This is a journey we're all on. And this fills us with unconditional love, unbridled creativity, and divine unity consciousness. We know when we allow ourselves to feel this, how safe we are and how loved we are. We're so much larger than that 3D self we tend to walk around in. And it's this 3D self who's learning to navigate these new times on planet Earth. Be aware as well that in these new times, each of us is being called on to share our very best with each other and our future, and to create that future we've all longed for, of a loving, harmonious planet. With this renewed sense of calm, perhaps a renewed sense of inspiration, I want you to look back at those contained fears, the fears in those light containers sitting in front of you. And imagine you can just pat them on their heads for now. Maybe make them a little smaller. Calm them down. Thank them for reminding you of your humanness and of your human journey on planet Earth right now. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to return back to the awareness of your room and wherever you might be sitting. But before I do, I want you to notice that next to those fears is a box. It's a box that's just shown up for you, and that box holds a gift. So just kind of notice the box, touch it, feel its, is it smooth? Does it have texture? Notice if there are colors, notice its size. Get to know that box in whatever way you feel called to do. Then when you're ready, I want you to open the box up and sense or see what this gift is. This is a gift for you that you can continue to call on whenever a fear arises, whenever the collective fears arise. So take a good look at this gift. Is it big? Is it small? Is it shiny? Is it more dull? Is it complex? Is it simple? Is it something you've seen before? Is it something different? Does it want to tell you something? If so, take a minute and listen to it. Then whenever you're ready, I want you to thank Source for bringing it to you. I want you to let you know those fears in front of you know that you're there for them and that you have a better sense now that it's safe to allow them to arise because you know how to calm them. You know how to connect with this part of your humanness. So keeping your gift with you in whatever form it's taken, just slowly begin to allow yourself to return to the awareness of wherever you're lying or wherever you're sitting. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Listen, are there any noises outside or inside the room? Because you want to come back fully into your body. And you might want to take a moment or two just to jot down a quick image or a message or something to help you remember what worked for you today in dancing with those fears. Those of you who are able to feel that lightness in your cells, that was activating your 5D frequency. This is the journey that we're collectively on. This is the ascension where we are reclaiming who we're really meant to be and stepping into a much vaster version of ourselves. So thank you for joining me. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to all others. Be grateful, as I know all of you are working with. And allow your feelings to arise. We're just here to learn new strategies and new dance steps. Thank you.